So this first exercise, step up hops, use a bench, a chair, anything you've got for a level change. You're gonna step up with one foot, jump as high as you can. You can use that other leg that you're not standing off of for a little bit of momentum. If you have some weights, you can make this a little bit harder. If you need to make it a little bit easier, you can find something a little bit lower. You can even do it on flat ground. It should feel kind of like skipping in place. So this exercise, speed skaters, it should feel kind of like you are a speed skater, or if you've ever gone like rollerblading. You want to jump laterally side to side as far as you can, land on one foot. My other foot is kind of just dragging right behind me and touching the ground, but I'm not actually weighting that back foot. Make sure that you keep your chest upright as well. Box jumps. Find something stable that you can jump onto, whether it be a chair, your couch, the curb, stairs. Jumping off of the ground with both feet and landing on the box with both feet. You want to stand all the way up. Make sure you straighten your legs out before you step back down. If you need to make this a little bit harder, try doing it with one foot and landing with both feet. If you need to make it a little bit harder still, jump off of one foot, land on one foot and stand all the way up as you would in a pistol squat. The higher the box is, the more difficult it will be. Slalom or moguls. Similar to if you were on a set of skis, your feet are going to stay together. They should be parallel, and you're going to hop back and forth. You can grab something that you can physically jump over. It will force you to jump a little bit higher and be a little bit more conscious of the space. Jump squats. First, you're going to want to squat, standard squat position, chest up. Make sure that the knees are tracking the toes. They're not coming out, sticking out, coming in and diving. And then you're going to jump as fast as you can from that squatted position, straight legs, jumping as high as you can. If you need to make these a little bit harder, grab a set of dumbbells, grab any weight, hold it down at your sides. You can also hold it in a goblet squat position in front of your chest. Single leg glute bridge. For climbers, I like doing these with a heel on the bench instead of my foot flat or my foot against the wall, so that it activates my hamstrings and it activates the back of my leg the same way it would as if I'm doing a heel hook on the wall. I'm going to lift my hips, drive them up into the air while I'm keeping my shoulders against the ground. If I need to make these a little bit harder, I can add a little bit of weight. I'm going to hold it right over my hips. Will definitely make these a little bit more strenuous. Pistol squat progression. Pistol squats are a pretty tough exercise for a lot of people, especially if you lack balance or strength in the legs. So here's a great progression to work on those. Start doing a pistol squat one-legged down to a seated position and stand back up with both legs. Next, stand on top of a raised surface so that your leg can be a little bit free and it allows you to have a little bit more flexibility. It doesn't have to go right out in front of you. It can dip down a little bit closer to the ground. The next progression is going to be essentially the eccentric. I'm going to start seated, put my leg out in front of me, and I'm going to stand up, just getting that eccentric motion. The next progression, I'm going to use something to help support me so I can help push myself all the way out of that bottom of the pistol squat so I don't get too bogged down in the quad. And then once you're able to do that without support, try the last full pistol squat all the way down, all the way back up. Really focus on the balance. For me, it really helps if I find one single point to help focus on, help keep my balance. Knees to elbows. For climbers, I like keeping my feet against the wall. It adds a little bit more body tension, another body tension element to this. So I'm holding the tension with my foot against the wall, and I'm bringing my knee into my elbow from that plank position, focusing on keeping a nice straight back, making sure my shoulders stay over my elbows and I'm not dipping too far forward. If you need to make these a little bit easier, you can do these from a standard elbow plank position with your feet on the ground. Drop jumps. This is a really great exercise on improving the explosive power in your legs. Find something that you can stand on that's nice and stable, drop off of that box, and then you want to add another jump after you land. The less time that you can spend on the ground, the better. So you're landing and very quickly exploding off of that. You can make that jump a little bit bigger, but you want to spend as little time in contact with the ground as possible. If you want to make these a little bit harder, try dropping with just one leg and doing the hop with just one leg as well.